Welcome back to another brand new episode of Review Remedy by ScoreDoc. I'm Ava Dawson, and today we're talking about something that a lot of people quietly deal with before they ever think to ask for help. Stiffness, pain, and just that frustrating feeling that your body is not moving the way it used to. Maybe it shows up when you climb stairs. Maybe getting out of a chair feels slower than it should. Or maybe your knee, hip, shoulder, honestly, pick a joint, has been bothering you just enough that you keep telling yourself, it's fine, it'll pass. And then, it doesn't.
Yeah, and that's the part that catches people off guard. We tend to think mobility issues only affect athletes recovering from injury or older adults, but that's really not the full picture. Young professionals, parents, people with desk jobs, people on their feet all day, plenty of them deal with reduced flexibility, joint stiffness, or pain that builds over time.
Exactly. Long hours of sitting, limited movement, repetitive motions, minor injuries that never fully settle down, those things can add up. And at first, most people try the basics, which makes sense. Regular walking, gentle stretching, maybe some strengthening exercises, maybe just trying to move a little better throughout the day. And to be fair, in a lot of cases, those simple steps really do help. Sometimes your body just needs better habits and a little consistency.
Right. But if the discomfort keeps going for weeks, or movement starts becoming painful, that's usually when it makes sense to stop guessing and get professional guidance. That's where physical therapy becomes really important. It's not just about treating pain in the moment, it's about understanding what's causing it and building a path back toward function.
Physical therapists are trained to evaluate movement patterns, identify possible root causes, and create personalized rehab plans. That can mean helping someone restore mobility after an injury, reduce pain after surgery, or improve strength and movement so the same issue doesn't keep coming back.
And I think that personalized part matters a lot. Good physical therapy is usually structured. It tracks progress over time. It adapts. It gives people support instead of leaving them to figure everything out from random advice online, which, let's be honest, can get overwhelming fast.
Very fast. And if you live in or around Cleveland, Tennessee, you've got options. But that creates another problem. How do you figure out which physical therapy centers are actually earning strong, consistent trust from patients?
That's the question we're answering today. So let's get into the method here, because this show is really about clarity. ScoreDoc analyzed patient feedback across major review platforms to identify which clinics stood out in Cleveland, Tennessee. And this wasn't based on one glowing comment or one high-star rating floating on its own.
Right. Context matters. ScoreDoc looked at several factors, including overall ratings, review volume, review recency, consistency of feedback, sentiment trends in written comments, and ScoreDoc reputation metrics over the past 24 months. That recent part is especially helpful because reviews from years ago may not reflect the experience a patient would have now. Staff can change, systems can change, and day-to-day care can change too.
Exactly. According to the report, 18 physical therapy providers in Cleveland, Tennessee were assessed. Out of that group, 3 clinics rose to the top based on consistent review activity, positive patient sentiment, and overall reputation performance. Those 3 are Benchmark Physical Therapy, Excel Rehab and Sports Cleveland, and Get Set Grow Pediatric Therapy Services.
And what I like about this list is that it reflects different kinds of therapy experiences too. You've got clinics where patients talk about communication, structured treatment, and session flow. And in the pediatric setting, families are also paying attention to the environment and how therapists interact with children.
Yeah, that's a big point. Reviews can reveal what the patient experience feels like beyond the rating itself. Are treatment plans explained clearly? Do sessions feel organized? Are therapists communicating well? Do patients and families feel supported? Those patterns matter.
So in the next part, we'll walk through each of the 3 top-rated physical therapy centers and share the highlights from the ScoreDoc report, keeping it simple, specific, and grounded in what patients have actually been saying. Let's start with Benchmark Physical Therapy. According to the report, this clinic holds a 4.5 rating with 26 total reviews, including 6 recent reviews and a positive sentiment score of 88.5%.
What stands out in the review summary is consistency. Patients often mention structured therapy sessions, clarity in communication, and how treatment plans are explained over time. That suggests a steady, organized care experience, which is something a lot of people want when they're recovering and trying to measure progress.
Next up is Excel Rehab and Sports Cleveland. This one posted a 5.0 rating with 37 total reviews, 9 recent reviews, and 100% positive sentiment in the report.
And that's a strong profile. The review trends here commonly focus on treatment effectiveness, therapist interaction, and how sessions are conducted throughout recovery. There's also a consistent stream of recent feedback, which adds credibility. When patients repeatedly mention communication, session flow, and overall care consistency, that's meaningful.
And the third clinic on the list is Get Set Grow Pediatric Therapy Services. This clinic has a 4.7 rating, 57 total reviews, 32 recent reviews, and a positive sentiment score of 91.2%.
This one is especially notable for pediatric therapy experiences. The report says feedback often highlights therapist interactions with children, the therapy environment, and the way sessions are structured for younger patients. And with that amount of recent review activity, families are clearly continuing to share their experiences.
So to recap, the 3 top-rated physical therapy centers in Cleveland, Tennessee, according to this ScoreDoc analysis, are Benchmark Physical Therapy, Excel Rehab and Sports Cleveland, and Get Set Grow Pediatric Therapy Services. These clinics stood out because of positive patient feedback, strong review patterns, and a consistent reputation across platforms. If you're looking for support with recovery, mobility, pain management, or pediatric therapy services, this list gives you a solid place to begin.
And if you want the full breakdown, including how ScoreDoc evaluated the clinics, check the article linked in the description. It's a helpful next step if you want to review the data more closely for yourself.
We've included that link so you can explore the full report at your own pace. And as always, use review insights as a starting point, then verify the details that matter most to your care.
This has been Review Remedy by ScoreDoc, helping you make informed healthcare decisions using real patient insights.
Thanks for listening, Daniel.
Thanks, Ava. See you next time.